Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Ukulele on the Ground podcast. My name is Aldrine Guerrero. Joining me are Mr. Aaron, the voice, Nakamura. Say what's up, Aaron.
What's up?
Mr. Kahai, the legend for again. Say what's up, Kahai.
What's up?
Gentlemen, it is Monday, 12 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. You know what time it is. Time to podcast it up here in the Ukulele on the Ground podcast. You have questions. We have opinions on those questions. That's what we do here. We are live, so you can ask your question via the live chat. You can send it to us via email, or if you emailed it beforehand. We also have a voicemail that you can call to get your questions in. Kahai, what do you want to talk about?
Yep, we got a user submitted question earlier in the week.
Okay, all right. We're just getting right into it then.
Yep.
No, not even how's your weekend, Kahai? How's it going?
Nope, don't care. Question first.
Go ahead.
Pod J23 asked, best practice or tips for traveling on an airplane with a Kanilea / nice solid wood uke, particularly tenor or baritone size. I traveled with a cheap laminate concert and had no issue or stress as it was inexpensive. It also fit the size of accessibility as carry-on. With Kanilea, I'd be concerned about humidity. I do use and keep a Bovita pack in my case, so hopefully that will be helpful. Also, is the Kanilea bag sturdy enough in the event I was able to put my tenor in the overhead bin on the plane? With tenor or baritone size, I'd anticipate some airline requiring I check my uke, and that would give me anxiety. Not sure the gig bag would be sturdy enough in that instance.
Okay, very good question. Very good question. So the first thing to realize is the whole plane is pressurized. All right, and because of that, taking your plane in, you don't gotta worry about the like I guess back in the day we used to worry about like the bridges coming out and all that, because like Ryan's guitar definitely suffered that, but I think he checked his guitar in or something, you know. But the whole entire plane should be pressurized and it should be okay. As far as humidity goes, it really depends on how long your flight is. But for the most part, it shouldn't really matter because you're only on that plane for a max, I don't know, like 10 hours or something, you know, like 12
and you're
hours.
Keeping it in the case.
Yeah, and you're keeping it in the case. Right. So it's not going to be like exposed to like dry, you know, humidity like from the plane. So it's not that bad. I think we talked about on the show where like it actually takes like a few days, you know, for humidity to really take impact or make an impact on your instrument, unless you're like leaving it in the super hot sun or whatever, you know. And even then,
I think Mike might have mentioned like traveling with concert musicians, and they packed like humidifiers or homemade humidifiers with like oranges and stuff in their cases. But that's probably because they were traveling or touring, and wherever they went to, they were staying for a week. So to prepare
and
for
the humidity there is crazy or whatever. So if you're going to be traveling, going in, and I understand the anxiety. It's a lot of money, you know, like as far as that kind of instrument. I mean, Kanileas, I believe they start like $1,400-$1,500, you know, like starting, like so it's not like a little bit of money. And especially like if you've saved up, you know, like for a long time, finally got your dream ukulele, you definitely want to make sure that it's, you know, that it's safe. So I understand that, but these are things to kind of put your mind at ease, you know, that like it's fine. Now going into the storage though, so for the most part, the Kanilea gig bag has enough padding that it should be okay, as long as like no one is mean or like quite frankly dumb enough to put something on top of your instrument. Like for example, if you were the first one to get into that chair and you put your ukulele in the overhead, and then somebody, you know, like just put their luggage on top of that, then I would see like that could damage your ukulele. But for the most part, will it get damaged being up there and like maybe slightly moving around, unless there's some really, really crazy turbulence where like things start where like things start falling out of like, you know, of the overheads, then it should be okay. All right, as long as nobody's putting their stuff on top of it, it should be fine with, you know, with that soft soft case. I've taken my ukulele on the plane with a soft case. I'm not saying it's guaranteed that it's going to be safe, but it's mostly safe. Okay, if you're really worried about it, I would suggest getting a hard case to put on top of an overhead, just in case somebody puts something on top of it. Then you know that it should be fine. Yeah. I think that's really the only thing you should be worried about. And as far as like checking it in, I would never check my ukulele in like to luggage and stuff. And I believe it can be counted as like a personal item. So you're allowed one carry-on and one personal item. So you can bring in your instrument as a personal item. And I think worst comes to worst, like the worst that I've ever had it was I had to gate check my instruments, and I do have a hard case. I have a Calting case for my ukulele whenever I travel. So if it gets banged around, it's okay. So as long as you have a relatively good like hard case, it should be fine. Because when you do the gate check, they actually put it after they put all the other luggages in. Your instrument would be the last thing to go on and the first thing to come out of the of the cargo. So it should be fine. And like I mentioned earlier, the entire plane is pressurized, so it should be okay. But if you're paranoid about it, I would loosen the strings. Okay, just in case, like if you're paranoid, I mean, I would, if I'm checking it in, even though I know that the entire plane is pressurized, I would just loosen my strings just in case. If in that very, very, very rare occasion that I'm going to check it in as far as gate claim. Okay, but I would never check it in as luggage. Like that's something that I would never do. So just make sure that that you if you have a relatively larger size ukulele with a larger size case, you can ask the flight attendants or the gate attendants or whatever they're called, to see if they can gate check it for you if they're not allowing you to bring it in as a personal item. Okay, but usually most flights will allow you to, and I have a pretty big case. I've always brought it in. The only reason why they would do that is if you were like last to board on the plane, for example, and they don't have any overhead spaces already. Which,
or if it's a really small plane.
Yeah, or if it's a really small plane. That's true. I once took a plane from like I think Seattle to like to Canada to Victoria, which is just like an hour or 2 hour plane or something, not even an hour. So I had to gate claim it, which is it was fine. I loosened up the strings and it turned out okay. So it's pretty rare that you actually have to do it, but it's relatively safe. I mean, like Aaron here actually gate claims his guitar all the time, right? Because you can't put it in overhead. So what's your experiences?
I do put it overhead pretty often.
Oh yeah,
in fact,
it fits.
In fact, these past 2 trips that we went to the mainland for, and Korea, I think I only gate checked it once.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was able to get it on the plane most of the time. Yeah, so for me, it's like the order of operation is like if I can't, like I usually get to the airport, I'll go and see like one of the agents and ask them like, hey, is this, do you think I have to gate claim this? For an ukulele, I wouldn't even do that. I would just bring it on.
Right.
And if they stop,
really
you,
rare.
Then you would do that. But for when I travel with my guitar, I'll go and I'll ask them like, do you think there's enough space on the plane today? And they'll usually look and say like, oh, it's not that bad. You should be able to get it on. Yeah. And so most of the time I can just walk up and then like just get it on. Yeah. Or if like I get on the plane and they say like there's no space, I usually ask them.
They have closets.
Yeah, if they have a closet in the because the flight attendants have their own closet. Yeah. And most of the time it's just a couple coats in there. Yeah. And they're usually pretty nice about it. Unless they don't like, that particular plane doesn't have a closet. They'll usually say, oh yeah, you can put it in there if you have like a big item. Especially it's obvious that it's a guitar and
Right,
you know,
right. Yeah.
they're like, we don't want to put that under the
Yeah.
plane, like in the baggage.
I think going up to them early too, it's like nice to them because you're like giving them a heads up early on and
Yeah.
not just trying to like bring it on without them knowing.
Yeah.
And then if they do have to check it, it's like, okay, we can do this early. We don't have to wait for the last second to rush and give your bag to somebody else. Or
Yeah.
fill
Yeah.
out everything.
But it,
And then last, like if you absolutely have to gate check it or gate claim it, make sure that it'll come up at the jet bridge. So like what a gate claim is like they'll usually give you an orange tag and you put it on your luggage or your bag, and they say to leave it right just at the bottom of the jet bridge just before you enter the plane, where they put like strollers and car seats and stuff.
Yeah.
And so they'll take it, like the people will take it, put it under the plane, you know, in the cargo hold, but it won't come out at baggage. And make
it'll come
sure,
out, like, as soon as you get out of the plane.
if it gets to that point where you do need to gate claim it, double check with the agent and make sure that it's not gonna come out in
Baggage
baggage.
claim.
Yeah, because you don't know what's gonna happen between
that's true,
and baggage claim.
Or you don't want to like get off the plane, just start walking to baggage claim, and then your
and it's
car
it's back there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But very rarely, like ukulele is pretty small. Even like I have a tenor ukulele, and my Calton case is even bigger and bulkier and heavy and stuff. And you know, I've always been able to put it in the overhead. They've had no problems with it and stuff. But there are some, you know, like some smaller planes that do ask, and even then, like I tend to like this. It's one of like the few times like that I'm gonna try to fight it, you know, where I'm just like, well, and then I fib a little bit, you know, like, hey, you know, if this is a $30,000 instrument, they're not gonna look inside, right? They're like, this is a $30,000 instrument. So if you're willing to tell me that, you know, that you will be responsible for this $30,000 instruments and it will come out safe, then yes, I will. You know, I will do so. But if you can get it to me in writing that you're okay and you are guaranteeing the safety of this $30,000 instrument, then yes, I will gladly gate check it. If you can tell me, give it to me in writing that you're fine with that and you can safely guarantee it. Yes, I do tend to get like, you know, but it's my instrument, and it's one of those like we're going on tour, so like if my instrument fails to get there, or if it's broken, then like, you know, then the whole tour is done, right? Like what Justin Timberlake said. It's gonna ruin the tour.
It's worth 30,000 to you. So.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. And your ukulele is a tenor, and your case is at least the size of
like
a baritone. So and you've never had a problem putting it overhead.
I was gonna say, I think we've traveled with friends who, you know, they carry multiple ukuleles. And they have that case that has like
the double case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's even like wider or thicker than a normal case. And they get on planes fine. And they put it in overhead.
Yeah.
So
So
Craig and Sarah,
you shouldn't have a problem.
they use, both of them use like multiple ukuleles.
Yeah.
So they have that what is like fusion
Double ukulele
double
case.
case. So they're on pretty okay.
Yeah. So like Chris said that small planes in Southeast Asia make me gate check also. I'd agree, hard shell case just in case.
Just in case.
Yeah, but I think if you're traveling continental United States or United States in general, all the major airlines will be okay carrying on a overhead.
Yeah. I actually like the structured softer cases because they're even more careful with it. Right? Because like I have the Taylor, it's like the upgraded Taylor. It's like not soft. It's structured.
Yeah.
So kind of like the Kanilea.
That's true. Yeah,
case,
it is
right?
kind of reminiscent of that. Yeah.
And so like I actually like that instead of a hard case because I know they're not going to bang it around.
Yeah.
Like they're probably going to be a little bit more delicate with that, thinking that like, oh yeah, it's, you know, they're not going to put it underneath any other luggage.
Yeah. And that I was gonna bring up that point too, is that Kanilea has like several tiers of travel cases. And if you get the premium one, there's like a video of Kaimana putting a uke inside of it and chucking it down the stairs.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like, okay.
Oh, yeah.
And we've traveled with that premium case, like in the overhead and overseas and stuff.
Shouldn't be a
So-
problem, but
That's all. As long as no one's like careless enough to like put their heavy luggage on top of your like soft case or whatever, But it should be okay.
Yeah.
So that's the answer to that. It should be fine. Rest assured that your ukulele will be okay. It's pressurized. It's okay as far as humidity goes. So you don't have to worry about it.
I think Mike, the last time we talked about traveling with instruments and stuff, he said like, if you really are worried about it, open up your case and take a picture of your uke or your instrument before you get on the plane. And if they gate check it or anything, then you can have that as like insurance for when you get off the plane, right?
Yeah, she's gonna take a picture with a newspaper next to it.
Today's date. See, right before I got on the plane. Or not the newspaper. It's like, here's the ticket with my uke. Jim had, like he said, I have traveled with Kanilea baritone and super tenor and tenor in the standard gig bags, rigid, placed in overhead locker. Made sure it was on top in the locker or with neck facing down at bottom. So yeah. And something else just to, I guess, if you want to be super safe.
I guess so, because it's, if you're placing it this way, there is this like, this space so that you can crush down.
yeah. But usually most cases have like a neck block, right?
Neck block.
Yeah.
So it should be okay.
Yeah, I think the thing you said though, right, where it's like, if you're first on the plane or you're early on and you put your case and then somebody else puts something on top, then you just want to like move it or ask them to move it. You don't want something on top of the case.
Well, if you see them about to do it, like, hey, whoa, wait, I can take this off, put your suitcase, and then I'll put my ukulele on top of the suitcase. That should be fine, So just be aware. That's all. I mean, don't just carelessly put it like wherever. Like you still want to take care of it, If it means that much to you to stress out enough about it, then I'm pretty sure you're good to go.
Yeah, and you mentioned that you have a Kelton case, right? Like,
yeah,
and that's like a custom hard case.
Custom like fiberglass. It's like fiberglass, a layer of fiberglass and a layer of carbon fiber to make it lighter. But that thing is a tank, man. So you could like, I don't know, you could chuck it off. Like there's videos on the Calton website of them chucking it off like the roof, and like the guitar is still okay. I'm just like, I'm not gonna do that with my ukulele, but I trust it,
Yeah.
So they have those like stress tests that they have on the Calton site, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that. I think that is like the ultimate insurance if you really want to keep your uke safe or your instrument
Get a Calton
safe.
case.
Yeah, but I do appreciate like harder or more sturdy travel cases because it usually has like backpack straps or they're a little bit easier like in that sense to travel with.
And also, like, you don't want to buy a case that's like more expensive than the ukulele.
Yes.
Celtic cases are not cheap, everybody. Fusion cases are not cheap either, So like that's cases, the good ones are not cheap. They run in the hundreds of dollars.
Because the Kelton itself, it's like custom made to your ukulele where it will fit around the
It's a
shape of
custom
your-
mold.
Yeah.
So Calton cases will run like over $1,000. So that's just for like a case. And most like good cases are hundreds of dollars, and like the really good ones are 1,000 plus, like 2,000. Some of them, Like so, just depends. There's a bunch of really good brands. Like Hoffy is another good one that I've seen. I think our friend from Seattle has one. I'm blanking out on his name right now. Arden Fujiwara. He has a Hoffy case. I'm like, oh, dude, that thing's pretty sturdy.
Yeah.
Caltons, I've used Caltons for like the longest time. There's Meritage is another one. Is another good one. That's like super duper hard case. That should run you in the hundreds, but still have really good, really good protection. What's cool about Meritage is like, there's a Meritage case, and then there was like a case for the case. Yeah. So you could, because the Meritage is just like a normal like ukulele, like hard ukulele case that you gotta like grab by the handle, kind of thing. But there's a case that goes on top of that, like that you can make it as a backpack. Calais used to use that.
Yeah.
I used to have just a regular Meritage case, but I didn't have the case around that. Calais did.
Yeah.
But I think Calais traveled so much that like the strap to the Meritage case like ripped off. But it was still fine. What's another one?
We just saw Daniel Ward in LA, and he had a Crossrock case.
Yeah.
So Crossrock is a pretty reasonably priced, like carbon
fiberglass.
carbon fiber or fiberglass. They have options, and they're made overseas, but they're
I need to get a
reasonably
new
priced.
one. Like my Calton is all beat up. I've had it for over 10 years, almost 15 years now, like 2008, 2010. So I am due for another. But then again, like when I bought it, it was like, I think the case itself at the time, 15 years ago, was like $600-$700. But with like shipping, because it's super heavy, it was like about $1,000. So like, if I were to get it again with inflation, is gonna be like at least $1,000, $1,200.
And then you have to
then
run
shipping.
it for at least another 15 years to make
so
it
it's
worth
just
it.
like,
Even
oh my, I don't know. Like my old one's fine, because like I've seen people with Calton cases like decades old, and they said it's still going. Which mine's is still going. It's just the strap. My strap broke one time, and I just got a new strap for it. And it's okay, but the case itself is solid.
I feel like every case manufacturer, they always say like, we make our strap more sturdy or something.
Yeah.
But it is always like the first thing to go, because it's just like rubbing so often, and it's fabric, right? So there's
it wasn't
nothing to
even the
stop it.
fabric part. It was like the metal part
hook?
on that, because it's super heavy. But
Yeah.
and I said, I opted for like the mix of like fiberglass and carbon fiber to make it lighter. I'm still gonna do this every time, because it is not light. If anyone's ever seen me at a festival and seen me lugging that thing around, just know that it's like 20 pounds or something, or 25 pounds.
Yeah, which is why Craig guys moved to the Fusion cases.
What did they use before? Because they never played Calton, or they never used Calton. What did they use?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fusion, pretty light and lots of layers and stuff. All right. Next, what else do you want to talk
Does
about?
anyone still sell those cardboard ones? Though, ukuleles always came in that
Oh, dude,
case. It was like that black.
I
case.
gotta bring mine. I told you, like, I have one that my dad decorated.
Yeah.
I have it.
Oh,
I should bring it.
Or the inside was like Aloha print or something. Or
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be that yellow fuzz.
Yeah.
But then like my dad like decorated with a Aloha print. So I remember like going to school and opening up my case and feeling, oh, sick! Look at that case. So I've
No,
always
mine one didn't even have the fuzzy stuff on the inside. It was just the cardboard.
Yeah, mine had the yellow fuzzy, and my dad, like, I guess I went to one of bought like a really cool and like nice fabric, and he sewed it on like through the thing, like, so you can see on the outside of the case there's like where like the thick needle, it had to be like a super thick needle for it to go through,
for like
heavy
leather
duty
work or something.
I mean, I don't know, like my dad is like a man's man, but then like when it came to like stuff like that, like little DIY projects, he just knew how to do the daintiest things sometimes. And I remember my wife Heather, like, I don't think we were married yet, and like he was obsessed with his dog Snow, which is now my mom's dog after my dad passed. And I remember one time Heather was like, so your dad is like sewing? I'm like, yeah. I mean, he sews every now and then. He's like, he's sewing like a shirt for the dog. I'm just like, oh, that's cool. He's like, yeah, I just never, like, because, if you knew my dad, like, he just never seemed like that guy. He's like a man's man, drinks and smokes every day, and just like goes to work, is 9 to 5, and drives his truck and stuff. But then, like on his off time, he's just like sewing clothes for his little dog. And we're not talking like a big dog, like a pit bull or a German Shepherd or whatever. But this is like a Shih Tzu mutt thing that that my sister picked up.
All white.
Yeah, all white. That's why it's called Snow. And Yeah, and my dad's just like sewing clothes, and my then girlfriend was just so confused seeing my dad like sewing clothes for this tiny white dog.
I think yeah, there's like internet videos where it's like you see a guy on like a Harley Davidson and he has like he's smoking and stuff. And then out of like the front of his shirt, just like a little tiny dog pops out, right? And you realize he's wearing like not even a shirt; it's like a baby Bjorn, like, and he's carrying a dog. Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's that. And then like he took care of chickens, you know, he had wed chickens in the yard, and like he's not at all like an engineer. He knew like how to like take just whatever scrap wood, and it looked like it was made from scrap wood, you know. Just I guess what, you know, back in the Philippines when he lived there, you didn't have a Home Depot to get like nice material. You just work with whatever you had, you know. And he didn't even have like rulers or a tape measure. He just like, okay, I'm going to put it here and then I'm going to cut off the excess. It was hilarious watching him work. But yeah, I'll bring that case so you can see his sew job.
I just thought about like when we started talking about that case, it's like us growing up like in the 90s, right? It's like you know, like the whole ukulele class opens up all of those student cases, and there's just like a smell to them, and it just comes out. And thinking about it now, right? It's like, oh yeah, like kids now probably go to like ukulele class or whatever, and they get like ukuleles with travel cases, so they don't even have that.
Like, it's like so fancy. Now I'll bring it next time. Next time. What else do you want to talk about, Kahai? We have a few things that we could do. We could go from here.
Yeah, we have a question.
Okay.
So Papa G said, "Help! I don't sing because my voice is very bad. Where is best to learn instrumental playing? I'm very new to music and in my 50s, so this is all new to me. Thanks. Really enjoying your channel."
You're in the right place. You're in the right place. So this podcast is actually part of Ukulele Underground. So this Ukulele Underground podcast. You can go to ukuleleunderground.com. There we have tons of lessons that you can do. And if you don't want to learn instrumental pieces, if you're like a beginner and you want to just start strumming and playing, we have what's called play-alongs. That's just like me singing and playing ukulele, and then we have the chords for you to jam along with me, so you don't have to sing, you know. Like we have the play along to sing for you. So if you want to just have fun and just play ukulele, you can just make a playlist of those play alongs and just jam along to that. If you really want to get into that side, we call it just taking your playing to the next level. You can sign up for UU Plus, where we have tons of backlog of instrumental pieces that we released every month. So we released one instrumental piece every month called UU Plus Solos. And Kahai, you're in charge of that. How many songs in the UU Plus Solos so far?
I think over 100. 100 for sure.
Yeah, we have over 100 ukulele instrumentals, ranging from modern to like classical music. Okay, we just released one by the Bee Gees. It's called Words. You know, we did Hawaiian with Noke Ano Ahi Ahi. I'm Filipino, so we did some Filipino tunes. For you parents out there, we did with the Bluey theme. You know, I've done original songs. I've done video game songs. There's been tons of different genres. So you'll find something that you'll like. There.
Yeah, and different levels.
Yeah, different levels. Different
difficulty.
levels. They're not all like super difficult or anything like that. There's some that you can. I think Aloha Oi is nice and beginner friendly. There's a bunch. Yellowbird, I think a lot of beginners try to do that one. So check it out. ukuleleunderground.com.
Yeah, and I think even then, check out the song library, because there's a couple instrumentals where it's not UU Plus solos.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just like on there too.
Yeah,
you definitely learn something.
Yeah. Learn a song or 10 or 100, because we have over 100 of those instrumentals. Okay, next up, we got mail. We got mail, Kahai. We got mail, which I actually got a while back. I'm so sorry, this is super delayed. Speaking of my family, my mom went to the Philippines, and that P.O. box that we do is actually checked by my mother. So because she's been gone for like 3 weeks, I haven't been able to receive the mail that you guys sent us. So she finally came back. I got the mail, and Oh, we got some stuff. So I'm gonna do this so that you don't see it. So well, just a box from Yasmin. So Yasmin Santiago. Yasmin. All right, so Yasmin sent us this awesome box of goodies. Boom. So if we open it, there's some shiny paper and styrofoam. Oh,
Very shiny.
this first shiny paper has a red straw in it. It's kind of telling of what's inside. I already looked inside, but you guys, yeah. So I'll keep it. Oh, there is a cover for said straw. Okay, what could it be?
What could it be?
It's a red straw on a clear cover. The next one. Oh, this is part of something else. Okay, let's just put that to the side. Let's look at this straw thing and handle that part first. Okay. So more shiny paper. More shiny paper. Sorry, I picked that up. Oh, here it is. Boom. We got a KFC tumbler. That is amazing. I think it's backwards, right? Yeah, it's backwards. I think the thing should be like this. Yeah, there it is.
Did Yasmin include anything in there? Because she explained it to me.
Yeah.
Yasmin actually went to the LA Ukulele Festival.
Oh.
And she wanted.
Oh, she won the ukulele. Yeah, she won the
No,
Aldrine ukulele.
she wanted to meet up with us and give
Oh.
us
That's
this.
Yasmin, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But she didn't. She wasn't going for the festival itself. She just wanted to.
Oh,
meet
I
you
see.
guys to get to
I'm
do
getting
Yeah.
Yasmin and Yvette
Yeah.
mixed up because wise.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice. Look at that. So KFC tumbler. That's so cool.
that. She said she saw this and she thought of us and she had to get it for
Oh.
us. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Then, on this shiny paper, boom, a KFC branded finger licking good wallet. That's so cool. If you look inside, it's like it's like it's that KFC, you know, like
Checkered pattern?
checkered with the Colonel's face and stuff. That's pretty cool, man. So a really, really nice wallet, honestly. So that's a KFC wallet. And then I'll put that down there. The KFC mug. Look at that. Finger licking good mug. So there are three things
Thank you.
for three guys. We're gonna have to like junk and pull to see who gets what.
Does KFC have a gift shop? I've never
Apparently,
seen
that's
one
so cool,
in
man.
any KFC.
So thank you so much, Yasmin.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have. Did I ever tell you guys? My sister got me like a Colonel pop-up figure. Or
Oh
something.
yeah, that's cool.
And it's like, so I've had friends come to my house and they're like, "Why do you have a Colonel?" Like, yeah, it's just a thing, guys. It's just a thing.
Don't ask.
Don't ask. I don't
Don't
wanna-
ask.
I'm
Don't
kind of a big deal on the internet.
Oh
like
my-
internet famous. I don't know if you know this.
and it's like, I hate when like my friends find out and then they're like, "Hey, give me one of those stickers." I'm like, "No, I don't want those stickers out there. I want it to be hidden."
If anyone wants to win one of those stickers, we can do that. Yeah.
yeah.
Let's do it. Let's see that segue, Kahai. See that segue. So we actually have a lot of cool stuff to give away. So let's do what we normally do in the show. We make a songwriting challenge. So what a songwriting challenge is, basically we come up with a bunch of parameters for you guys to write a song with. For example, like write a song in G, or write a song using these chords or this progression, or write a song about blank, or write a song that has the word kerfuffle in it or whatever, you know, like we have those kind of silly what's the word here, just those silly things, you know, that you can write songs to. So if you want to write a song, or if you end up writing a song within the time frame that we have for the contest, we put your name on a wheel, and we spin the wheel, and whoever's name pops up on the wheel gets the prize. So it's not about like who wrote the best song or whatever. It's just write a song. We're just trying to encourage everybody to just write, because the more you write, the better you'll get. Just like with playing ukulele, the more you play ukulele, the better at playing ukulele you'll get. And one of the best things about playing ukulele is that you create music with your hands, right? If you just do this, if you place one finger on one fret on one string, you're like you're making music. You know what I mean? You're not like just pressing play on on your phone or a cassette player or a CD player or record player. You're producing it with your own hands. So what's cool about knowing how to play ukulele is not only can you produce your own sound and music out of this instrument, you can also write your own songs. So your stories can be told, your emotions, your feelings, your choice of words and chords can be put together. So we encourage everybody to create. Okay. Singing songs, singing covers, that's a lot of fun. I make a living doing that. But there's nothing better than putting your own thoughts into paper and then putting a melody to them, because that's really when you get that satisfaction of like, I created this. So we want to just encourage people to do that, right, Kahai? Mm-hmm. Yep. So, with that said, let's come up with some parameters to write songs with, and then we'll announce like what the prize is. Or should we do the prize first?
I guess we'll ask people in the chat, right? Like, what suggested parameters they want to give us.
Yeah, or maybe we'll say the prize, so that maybe like part of the parameters could be about the prize. Yeah. So, what do you guys want to give? We have a bunch of stuff we can. So, what do you guys want to go with first?
Do you want to give away that thing we got, like we have here, so we can show it off, right? Like
I know what everyone wants us to give away. Yeah, I know what everyone wants.
I feel like that should be like a big, like maybe end of the year giveaway. The one that everybody does want. But we have the other stuff from Kalei and Corey. Yeah, we can give that away.
Yeah. So, the Ukulele on the Ground podcast is running an ukulele site surprise. No,
not saying that people wouldn't want Kalei and Corey, but
no, but this is okay. So we have a signed CD from Kalei and Corey, signed by Kalei and Corey. That's Kalei right there, and that's Corey Fujimoto. So Kalei got me out. Corey Fujimoto made this EP called From Hawaii. Some great songs here like Autumn Leaves and River Flows in You, if you know that one. Bluebird and Hawaii 78. Like, first time I heard them do Hawaii 78, I got like goosebumps. I'm like, oh my God, are they doing Hawaii 78? And like they did it so good. They did it so Kalei and Corey-esque that I was very, very, very impressed. So this is a signed album by Kalei and Corey. We're giving this away, and maybe put in a sticker pack in there, an Ukulele on the Ground sticker or whatever. If I can find some Aldi Club stickers, then we'll put it in there. if we have some spare KFC stickers, maybe we'll put it in there also. Yeah, so that will go to the winner. And once again, the winner is based on if your name happens to get landed on by the wheel. So the wheel decides who gets this album. Okay.
Chris said, I need that CD. Like, as soon as you showed it, he was like, wanting it. But I gotta make a list of all the people who won before and who I sent a sticker for before, for KFC sticker. I don't want any more out in the public. Like, I already got a sticker. That's it.
Well, Chris Lanson probably has 2 ukulele cases or 5 ukulele cases. He needs 5 stickers to put on all 5 of his cases, man.
You don't need a sticker.
If he gets a tattoo of that,
no, dude, what? What?
He would be.
Oh, no.
What? He would be champion.
Don't joke about that.
Okay.
Champion.
What?
We just have to give the whole podcast to him.
If Chris gets a KFC, a Kahai fan club tattoo, I will. I don't know.
Chris, if you get a
you KFC, win. You win everything.
Chris, if you get a KFC tattoo, I'm quitting the podcast. I'm quitting.
Try to disincentivize that.
I was gonna say like I'm gonna perma-ban you from our chat or something. But I think I'm gone. I think I'm out of here. If you get a tattoo,
we'll
anybody gets a
compile
tattoo.
every time that Kahai has sang in the podcast, and we'll just put it into an album. You know? So you'll get the only copy of a Kahai the Legend album.
But we do have at least a few pictures of where the sticker has been, or like, you know.
That's true.
Yeah. So if you have one of the stickers, one of the KFC stickers, send us a picture.
Send us a picture. Love to see it.
Yeah, I think Genevieve said like earlier she's gonna take a picture of herself with the.
Oh, she has it. Yeah,
sticker.
Like she just got one, like from LA.
Yeah,
or
I think
has
so.
she had one for like a long time?
Guys, come on.
If you guys want those, I think Aaron just has them, right? Like, so if you see us like on tour, you just.
Yeah, I usually carry them.
And the thing is, like, he
tour.
only gives it away to people who ask. So you would like have to know like about the
Yeah.
KFC sticker to ask about the KFC sticker, and I'll give you one.
Or if you mention like,
The
like
podcast.
I listened to there were a couple of people who said like, I listened to like every episode of the podcast, and I gave it to them. But
Oh, that's right. There was that time in Italy where like. You gave like KFC stickers to you know, to those guys, and like there was like full on taking pictures of it and stuff.
Yeah.
What?
And then I think there was one at the Hawaii Ukulele Festival.
Didn't you tell them like, oh, Kahai's not gonna like this, and then they were like, oh, we don't want to make him mad.
Yeah. They're like, we're usually on Kahai's side. We don't want to do anything that would make him mad.
Thanks.
Kahai is like the John Cena of this podcast. I feel like, you know, it's the ultimate white meat baby face. Forever baby face of this podcast.
You can't see me, and like you shouldn't
gotta go
have
like
stickers of me either. Just
Can you make John Cena stickers of Kahai?
no more stickers, no more. That's it.
Hustle, loyalty, and respect from Kahai.
Biggest mistake ever when like they brought up KFC and I said, okay, I'm the Colonel. It's like just egging you guys on. No.
Yeah, don't, you know.
I guess that joke landed for at least two people.
What? John Cena?
Yeah. Because you can't see him.
Yeah, because I feel like he is. He's like the equivalent of John Cena. He's the babiest of babyface in our show, you know? All right, so what? Now that we know what the prizes are, what kind of parameters can we come up with? Okay.
Well, everybody was just talking about John Cena.
And KFC.
we just gotta come up
KFC.
with it.
Okay. Let's just write a song about. Let's see. What's like Calais and Corey? Oh, let's take a look like in the back, because sometimes we're just like, oh, be inspired by this artwork or whatever. Okay. There is an ukulele and a pineapple in the back. Write a song about pineapples. No. What do you guys want to do?
I don't know. A song. Brother Sam said a song about two ukulele. Or
Ooh. Yeah.
what about like that kind of theming? Or it's like you could write a song like a duet kind of song, or like a song about two people, or that kind of idea too. Yeah.
Write a song about the number two.
Anything.
Yeah, because not
Sesame
everybody
Street.
can have like, you know, can do a duet. Not everybody can do two ukuleles and stuff. But yeah, just
If you've seen our previous songwriting challenges, we're very lenient where it's like, even if you go, my song is named Two People, it's like, you fulfill the
two ukes.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's it. So inspired by two people playing ukulele, two ukulele players, about that, or maybe just a song inspired like about Corey in Calais.
Yeah, anything.
About that, yeah, anything, or John Cena.
Or the number two.
Or the number two. Okay. So here's your parameters. You can write a song about Calais and Corey. Yeah, inspired by Calais and Corey. Inspired by two people. Inspired
It's
by...
like any love song. Will be fine.
It's inspired by John Cena. Yeah. So that's everybody. If you know, you know. Hustle,
think-
loyalty, and respect, Kahai.
For the next like ukulele site podcast, can
Yeah.
everybody go to the podcast and just comment, "You can't see me," and then they're like, "What is going on?"
Yeah, go to on the next ukulele side pod comment. You can't see me, and then we'll Kahai will make your name in the wheel 5% bigger. Right? You can do that, right? Can you do
Oh
that?
my gosh, should we encourage this behavior?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. All right. If you can show us and prove to us that you commented on any one of the ukulele site,
No.
ukulele site like podcast videos, you can't see me. You can't see me. Take a screenshot or whatever.
Okay.
Prove to us that you did it. Kahai will make your name in the wheel 5% bigger.
But they also have to have sent in like a song
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something.
You have to send something in first, and then do that, and then he'll make your name
Oh my gosh.
slightly bigger, right? So you want a little bit of
So
a.
convoluted. Okay. Yeah. So ridiculous.
That's it. That's all. Just write a song about Corey and Calais, write a song about two people, or write a song about John Cena, or all three. Who cares? You know.
Yeah.
Because Kai is the John Cena of the show.
Oh my gosh.
Bonus points for all three.
His time
But
is now.
points are not worth anything.
It's never worth anything. Yeah.
Okay. No, this time it is. It's worth 5%.
No, only that.
The comment
Yeah,
is
only
worth
the comment
5%.
is,
Yeah, I go comment. You can't see me. Don't put anything else. Don't put like, oh, Ukulele Underground like told me to say this. No, that doesn't count. Okay, it only has to only be you can't see me. That's it. And it's the letter U. You can't see me. The letter C, me. Okay, so that we'll know that it's for this contest. Letter U can't. Letter C, me. Okay, and that's it. Don't explain what it is. Don't explain what it is. Just put that on there, and we'll make your name 5% bigger.
I should cut this out of this podcast too. So if they try and find it, they're like,
Oh,
what?
like evidence of us. Like,
Where is this from? Weird. No.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
It's so only the people who watch
Watch
this
live.
pod,
Live.
yeah, live gets the advantage. Okay, you get the advantage if you watched it live. 5% bigger. Do it
What?
now.
What is this show? What is going on?
This show is fun. That's what it is. Kai, okay.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean? Like, we could just sit here, talk about ukuleles, talk about life or whatever, but like, there's a million other podcasts that do that, buddy. Only this one
Talk about nonsense.
does an unofficial collaboration with one-sided collaboration with the Ukulele Site podcast.
They have no idea.
I have no idea. Okay.
So weird.
All you gotta do is write a song about that. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even have to have lyrics. You can just play some chords, call it your own. Say like, oh, this song is called Two People.
Yep.
And then bam, that counts.
Yeah.
that
Also,
counts.
you can just
We're pretty lenient.
You don't need to record yourself playing it either. You can just write down lyrics and
yeah.
chords,
Yeah.
or we've done poetry too. We've accepted
Yeah,
poetry too.
yeah.
So all of
So
those.
we'll accept that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then if you do it and just send it in to questions@ukuleleunderground.com.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
yep.
Yes.
Yeah, and the screenshot too, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. If we end up giving a KFC sticker, would you sign the sticker, Kahai? Because I don't think we've given away a signed KFC sticker. Let's sweeten the pot. That's showbiz term for add sugar too.
I think I have signed the sticker, but
Yeah?
if you guys,
Yes. So a sign, because the theme here is signed things. We have a signed Calais and Corey album, ukulele guitar album, and then we have a signed KFC sticker to go with it. Okay, there's no second place. Just this with the sticker pack. And also at least the Ukulele on the ground sticker. If I can find an Aldi Club sticker, I'll add it in there. I'm kind of running out of those already. So, yep. at least an ukulele on the ground sticker and at least a signed KFC sticker. So there you have it. That's all you got to do. Just write a song that's inspired by Kalei and Corey. Oh. Inspired by, and then if you really want some serious parameters to go, to do it in, I tend to like their songs with really nice, like kind of contrasty like chords, or chords with some what do you call has the like tension on it, like a major 7 chord perhaps, or a diminished chord, or a augmented, like those kind of chords. Have at least one of those in your song. If you really want to, get some serious parameters, like I'm a serious songwriter, I can't just be writing about 2 people. I want a challenge. So it's a songwriting challenge. So if you really want a challenge, add a diminished chord, a major 7, or a augmented chord, any chord that has any kind of tension in it. Okay.
Yeah. Jessica asked, when is this due?
When is this due? It is due 4 weeks from now, right, Kahai? We usually do run it for 4 weeks.
We're doing, yeah, we can do that. So we'll do ours in 3 weeks, and then everybody else is in 4 weeks.
Yes.
Okay.
So ours is due on the 4th. So November 4. Theirs is due in November 11.
I think
so
November 4 is 2 weeks from now.
Okay.
So you want to do
the 18th?
Yeah.
Okay, so ours is due on the 11th. You guys are due on the 18th. So what we do is we write songs based on those parameters, okay? And just to kind of give you guys an idea, like a one week before it's due, of what kind of songs we write using those parameters, so that it for those people who haven't gotten inspiration yet can get inspired a week before, or if you're stuck on it and you're like, I like that idea that Kahai did, or whatever, that chord progression that Aaron did, then we kind of give you guys ideas on how to write to those parameters. Okay, so ours is due on the 11th, and yours are due on the 18th. Mm-hmm. A signed KFC sticker and a signed Corey and Kalei sticker.
Yeah, get it in on the 18th. If you get it in before, usually around before 11, so I can put your name in the wheel and we can make sure everything's in. Yeah. Then you'll be counted.
Yeah, and once again, prove to us that you left the comments on the Ukulele Side Pod, any episode, any video with you can't see me, letter U can't, letter C me.
I think so. Wait. Chris said, "Is the comment for any podcast or the next one?"
Any pod. Yeah. So that it doesn't seem too obvious that it's just one episode is all of a sudden getting a bunch of you can't see me.
I was thinking if we did that though on the next one is not only are they gonna see that, they're the people on the who are watching the podcast are gonna be like, what? Why is everybody commenting the same thing?
So
in the live chat
to show you, to explain to you what we mean. Say there's 2 people who sent stuff in, and one of them, sent a or put a comment and sent us, a proof of that comment. That person gets 52.5% of the wheel, while the other person gets 47.5%.
Depending on
because that would be 5%.
If only
right?
2 people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If only 2 people, one person would get 52.5, the other person would get 47.2. That's so. Your chances are 5% better than the other person's chances. It's not by much, but hey, every little counts when stakes are this high. People are usually giving away ukuleles that are thousands of dollars. We're here's a signed CD from other people. And a signed sticker. But that's what makes it fun, guys. We're not. It's not because if we were to give something like that away, it would have to be a serious contest. We would have to judge by how good the song is, or at least this way it gives everybody just a chance to just be creative. That's all we're trying to do is trying to encourage people to be creative, and we encourage by small little prizes and stuff. Really, that's it. You know what I mean? We're not, we're not rich, Bob. Okay, we're not. We don't have that kind of resources, but we do want to encourage. We are educators after all. We want to make sure that everyone's being creative.
Yeah, I think sometimes like we do it and then we talk about it and other people and they'll say like, oh, I wanted to write a song or do something, but I just like couldn't get it or couldn't start to.
You can just do it. You can just do past contests parameters if you want to just write a song.
Yeah, or it's like I was saying though, it's like I think like we're also trying to get out there that it's like you don't have to take yourself so seriously. Like where it's like, oh, I have to make a good song.
Yeah, no, it's fun, right?
And I think some of our favorite like personal songs that we've written are like the goofy songs that we write too.
Yeah.
So it's all for fun. It's all
for fun. That's how you get it right. And then so it's that a bonus parameter is to write a chord that has a little bit of tension. Okay. Mm-hmm. Or as much tension as you want. You know, get all curly and Corey with it. Mm. All right. What else do you want to talk? What's the last thing you want to talk about, Kahai?
I don't know. Let me check if we have more questions in the podcast. But yeah.
Yeah. Do we have questions? Any more questions from the audience? Are there questions, but you just can't see them?
No, can't see them.
Who's your favorite wrestler, Kahai?
I guess John Cena now. Yeah.
Wow, you're really living up to that John Cena moniker. It's all about hustle, loyalty, and respect, buddy. Right. What's your favorite John Cena move?
You know that one that he does, and it's like, oh, so cool. Yep.
Yeah. That which one?
That one, you know.
5 knuckle shuffle, the STF, the AA, the attitude adjustments.
You're just listing like all my favorites.
Oh, okay.
Like,
just pick one, I guess, right? Like it's any one of those.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite John Cena rival?
I think, you know, John Cena, he would say like he himself is his biggest rival or self-improvement, right? So it's like,
yeah. I mean, honestly, there was one year that like he had like straight up losses and stuff, which is the, you know, like, and that was the year that he lost to The Rock at Mania, and then like he had a redemption year and then beat The Rock at the next Mania, which was, as a fan, it was billed as like once in a lifetime. This will never ever happen again. Rock versus Cena. We're all like, and you know, like. As a wrestling fan, like hook, line, I'm just like sinker, like, you know, they're just reeling me in, like I'm this, because it's a fish, you know, just flapping. And I'm like, yeah, this is awesome. This will never ever happen ever again. And then the next WrestleMania, guess who the two guys that wrestled in the main event? Rock and Cena. I'm like, I got wrestled. I got wrestling.
They got me. They caught me.
Yeah, that's your favorite wrestler, Kai? John Cena.
Yeah.
Halloween's coming up, buddy.
I guess we can talk about that.
Yeah.
Our next jam is gonna be our Halloween.
So Friday.
Yes.
Friday's our Halloween episode.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
Friday.
the last Friday
that's right,
before.
Because we don't do. It's not the podcast. That's the Halloween. It's usually the jam. That's the Halloween episode.
Yeah.
So we do like the candy games.
Yep.
Nice. So the 25th is gonna be our Halloween spooky episode. Okay. The spooky part about it is you still have to sit and watch and listen to us for an hour. Oh, it's so scary.
The spooky part of it is that it's lit less well, so it's harder to see. That's what makes it really spooky.
Maybe we'll do one. Now we usually do one Halloween song or one like. We did the MASH last year.
Yeah, I forgot. I gotta look that up again. Yeah.
What else is another like Halloween? So there's the MASH, and I guess there's Ghostbusters. Well, what's another like Halloween song?
I think last year we talked about like where there's like a sequel to the Monster Mash or something too.
Was there?
Yeah, I think so.
No, I think you're thinking about Twist and Twist Again. There's no MASH again.
I'm pretty sure like that person who wrote Monster Mash wrote like another monster song too. So
they're like, we're waiting for your next hit. It's like, oh, here it is. Come on, let's mash again, like we did last summer. Any questions from the audience?
So no questions, but Jessica said that her
Oh,
Ukulele EP.
Spookulele. Jessica's EP is coming out on the 25th, so make sure you support one of our very own. Jessica's been pretty much a regular at the Ukulele Underground streams on the Ukulele Underground open mic. She comes and hangs out here on the podcast and sometimes on the jam and stuff. So so we're gonna take her as one of our own now. So like one of UU's own, Jessica Maeve, Spookulele EP out on the 25th. So make sure you check that out. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be out on stuff like Spotify, iTunes, like on the major streaming platforms. So check it out. Spookulele EP by Jessica Maeve.
And I think, was it last week's podcast or the jam last week? You mentioned that Dondi has new
Yes,
stuff.
Dondi. Our friend Dondi, she did Hallelujah with us. She did Sign of the Times. She just came out with her album. I think she's going as Dondi. She's, right? Like,
Yep,
her
just
moniker
Dondi.
is just Dondi, not Dondi Iannucci. No, not that Dondi.
No, I gotta find
She's
it.
way prettier than that guy. that guy is pretty.
Yeah.
But So Dondi, Dondi Music on Instagram, but I think on Spotify she just goes under Dondi. Original music. She actually, and the album's called Begin. Now, Dondi moved out of Kauai to Nashville to try and go for the music dream. So we give her all our well wishes as she keeps going in her musical journey. We're actually doing we might do a show with her in December.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's like, I believe the lineup is Bronson Aohi, might be us, maybe Dondi, and like the Opihi Pickers.
Nice.
So Imul Garza, who you guys have heard us talk about Imul Garza a bunch.
Yeah.
So that might happen. I have no confirmation just yet, but that's in December, early December.
Yeah. I guess like people who might not know Dondi is did Hallelujah and then also Sign of the Times?
Yeah, Sign of Times and Hallelujah. So for our playlist. Did she do anything else? I thought she did one more on top of that.
Yeah, but it never came out.
We did it right
that's
before she left, right?
That's
I
right.
think.
That's a shame. That would be that's one that
Yeah, it would have gotten a lot of hits.
yeah. She was home not too long ago. Maybe we should have
Refilmed.
next time she's home, I'll ask her if we can re-record that song.
Yeah, or whatever she wants
Or
to do.
that's true. Let's just let Dondi decide what she wants to do.
Yeah.
But good stuff. Jessica, we got to get you on one of these, on one of the play alongs as well. So let's do something together. Yeah. There's Kahai, if you're up for it. There's a new Bruno Mars song that just came out. He did a collaboration with one of the girls from Blackpink. You know Blackpink, right? That's your favorite K-pop group.
Yeah, totally.
Rose from Blackpink. The song's called APT or Apate.
You know what's funny is like my dad was telling me about that.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So that's how cool I am, guys.
That's how cool your dad is.
My dad.
Your
tells
dad
me
knew about Apate.
modern music. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. So that if or if there's any female vocalists that wants to collaborate, can do the Rose parts. I would love to jam that song. Apate. It's whatever you like. Email here.
Oh, sure.
Sorry. I thought
Do
that
you
you were
wanna?
putting email here.
I guess,
Let us
like,
know.
again-
or if you want to just collaborate, if it doesn't have to be a female vocalist, it can just be any kind of ukulele player, vocalist. I don't know. Worst that could happen is we ignore it, right? Or Kahai ignores it, right, Kahai?
The email?
Yeah, right. Just shoot your shot.
Sure.
You want to be part of Ukulele on the Ground, play along, shoot your shot right here. Boom.
Sure. Yeah.
Right? Worst that can happen is Kahai ignores it. And then you'll just feel junk the rest of your life.
Well, for some of that stuff, I just forward it to your email. So
So I guess, the worst that could happen is Kahai and me ignores it. I guess technically Kahai didn't ignore it because he forwarded it. Then I ignored it. So that's the worst that could happen, But just be prepared for that, for it to not be answered. But if you shoot your shot and we're like, hey, let's do something together, then You never know. You never know. But just don't get mad if we don't reply. Okay. Anything else, gentlemen?
No, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. So if you guys are looking to learn how to play the ukulele, once again, it is ukuleleunderground.com. We have tons, and by tons, we mean hundreds, if not thousands, of songs over at ukuleleunderground.com. Ukuleleunderground.com, your one-stop shop for all things ukulele. Learn a song, make a friend, buy an ukulele. All ukulele things are there. We have a forum, we have lessons, we have a shop. And the shop is shop.ukuleleunderground.com. Shop.ukuleleunderground.com. You can buy ukuleles, buy accessories, buy a la carte lessons if you want to do that. So if you're like, I just want to learn just how to master my fretboard. It's the only thing that I'm having a hard time with, mastering my fretboard, or learning how to solo. You know, that's I know how to do everything else. That's all I need help with. Or I just need to learn how to practice efficiently. We have a la carte lessons over at shop.ukuleleunderground.com, where we also have Ukulele Underground shirts and ukulele accessories, and sometimes ukuleles. So make sure you check in every now and then to see what kind of available ukuleles we have at shop.ukuleleunderground.com. Without further ado, we'll see you folks next time. We'll see you on Friday for our spooky Ukulele Underground Halloween Aloha Friday live podcast. Oh, and by the way, I didn't even talk about it. Yeah. This is I talked about this the 20th anniversary Ola Ka'aina Kanilea ukulele. This gorgeous uke is one of the best sounding ukuleles that I own. Okay,
Brother Sam noticed it.
Maybe I'll play it again on Friday. I'll leave it here for Friday. Yeah, I didn't get to talk about it. That's what I should have talked about instead of talking about John Cena. Why did you let me talk about John Cena?
I don't know.
Why'd you let me do that? Don't let me get into tangents, man. You know I just talk about whatever.
Okay, let's.
Bye, everybody.